What's up, guys? It's Pedro here. So today we got a Trent Williams news video. Also, if you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content and turn the notifications on so you never miss a video. So there are reportedly 5 teams pursuing Trent Williams already: the Jets, Browns, Cardinals, Texans, and Chargers. So this is just under 24 hours after we allowed Trent Williams' agent to seek a trade. So to try to get a new contract and a new team. So already 5 teams, and that's just who's been reported. There's probably more, and there's a few other teams that could possibly be in it besides them that we all know that could happen. The Broncos, they need a left tackle. Garrett Bowles isn't very good. The Dolphins, but they are a rebuilding team, might not necessarily want to get him. And then also the Bears, they need a left tackle. So those are the other teams that I think that possibly could go after Trent. And honestly, I think the compensation, if we don't get a second round pick, I'm hanging up the phone because just think about it. We if we like force Trent to play this year, right? He's not going to sit out another year. So he's going to play and he's going to help Dwayne Haskins out. And when he leaves, we get a third round pick, a third round comp pick, so compensatory pick. So there's no reason to trade him straight up for a third round pick. There is zero reason to do that. So maybe if you get a third and a fourth, but I'm thinking at minimum a second round pick or a second round pick and a mid round pick, like a second and a fourth, second and a fifth, or a second and a player. A second round pick and David Njoku from the Browns would be amazing, but that's most likely not going to happen. But something along those lines. I know you guys think that might be a lot, but Trent Williams is one of the better left tackles in the league. Dwayne Brown, I think that's who it was. He was traded, same age, 31, and he was traded for 2/3 and a fourth, I believe. I think that's what it was, and he just came out a year of holding out, or he held out the year before. So that is definitely like we cannot settle for like if we get a third and another third, then I'm fine with that because then we can use that to move up to get a second or even a first round pick, so we can grab a left tackle in the draft. Also, a few of you guys were asking who we could try to pursue to start over Trent or to start in to fill Trent Williams' spot up. So the number one option really is the Jets left tackle, who he's going to be a free agent. Beecham, I think it's Kevin Beecham. He played really good last year. He is 31, so he's around Trent Williams' age, but he only allowed a few sacks last year and is a pretty good guard. And he's probably going to get less money than Trent would. So we can use that extra money to spend on someone else. Hopefully, he's under $10 million. Beecham is, but you never know because the cap, like the contracts this year, guys, are going to be crazy. Like Byron Jones is asking for 18 million a year, so we'll see. But I expect us to get a second round pick, or at least like a third and a fourth. Like there's no reason to just get a third round pick for him. Like there's just let him sit. If he wants to sit for another year, let him do that. But he's not that dumb to do that because he's going to lose another $15 million. So that means he's going to sit for 2 years, lose $30 million, and probably lose another like 25, $30 million in his next contract because no team really is going to want to pay a huge amount of money to a player who's first of all not committed necessarily and who hasn't played in 2 full years. So he's gonna, if we don't find a trade partner for him, he's gonna have to play with us anyways. So I'll read the Browns rumored to having to give us the number 10 overall pick. I do not think that they would give us that, but this is what a Browns reporter said. So they said, here, I'll read it. The Browns will likely also have to weigh giving up the number 10 overall pick for Williams as opposed to drafting one of the top line side protectors in this tackle rich draft. But ideally, they'd keep their first round pick. So that really like if she's saying that, right, as saying that as they might have to give up a first, there's no way they don't give us a second or at least a third in Njoku. And I think if because I think their pick is number 41, if I'm not mistaken, this year, their second round pick, and that's pretty high. So if we can get that, that is a very, very good pick because that's like the 10th pick in the draft. So getting that and maybe even throw in another like late round pick or mid round pick. And we can either use because we have two fourth round picks this year. So say we get that second, the number 41 pick, and then we get a fourth. So we that'll mean we'll have three fourths and a second this year. So we can trade one of those fourth round picks, the second to move, and maybe like a sixth to move up to like 28. I don't know if that would be enough, but around that to draft a left tackle because there's this class is so deep in a lot of positions that really good players are going to end up slipping. Like Andrew Thomas, I don't think he's going to slip to that like 20th range, but he could slip to like 15, and you never know. Like Jonathan Allen, when we drafted him, he was supposed to go like top 5, and he ended up going number 13 to us. So people can slip. So that would be ideal. And I really want David Njoku. Like last year, he was hurt for most of the year with a wrist injury and a concussion, and they kind of sat him out the last few games just for precautionary reasons. But in 2018, he played in 16 games, had 639 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that is a very good stat line. And I think if we got David Njoku, we'd still have to draft a tight end, but not until the fourth or fifth round. So that's that. Also, I saw another article in my mentions that said for the Bears possibly trading for Trent Williams, and this package was very good. So it said the Bears would get Trent Williams and a fourth round pick from us, and we would get Charles Leno Jr., who is their left tackle, a second round pick in 2020, and a second round pick in 2021. So we would get this second round pick for this year and a future 2021 pick. So what we could do though is get that second round pick and throw in if we trade it throw in those two second round picks. I think we could go to like middle of the first, like 20th overall, to get that left tackle who can start immediately. But we also are getting Charles Leno Jr., who is not very good, but he isn't terrible either. So I mean, we'll see. I think that would be a great package because two second round picks, that because last year we traded two second round picks for the 26th overall pick to get Montez Sweat. So it's kind of like that. Plus we throw in a fourth, but we get Charles Leno Jr., who we could end up releasing, but he did start for the Bears last year, so or at least for a bit of the year. So it wouldn't be a bad pickup. Let me know what you guys think. I think ideal trade scenario would be either a second and a mid round pick from the Browns, or like a third and Njoku from the Browns, or any second round pick. If it's a late second round pick, maybe a second and a third. But that, if we can get that, that would be amazing. But like I said, anything less than a third, anything less than a second, I'm not taking. Maybe two thirds I would take, but a second or just one third, no way. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please smash like button and peace.